but it is not going to be a slam dunk. Wrong sport, I know, but it's not going to be necessarily an easy game. They're going to have to learn some things about integrity, and I don't know how that's going to show up on the field, but there's going to be something that will create some tension where there may be some question as to whether they're going to win, but I think in the final analysis they will win.
And you said that Andy Pettit was going to do very well.
Andy Pettit's going to do very well. We asked who Andy was, and Andy showed up as the Lovers. And how I would interpret that is that his love of the game and the game's love of him, if you will, given his track record with the game, supersedes anything, supersedes his injuries, supersedes his fear and his maybe doubt about himself. And I think that in his indiscretions in the past with human growth hormone and what that caused for him, he's really moved to a place of just getting over it and having compassion for himself. And because the two cards that clarified and gave us a little more information were compassion, a quite beautiful card here, and the Inventor. And the Inventor is about him kind of having a fresh look at himself and his playing ability, reinventing himself, inventing himself anew in the game at a critical moment in the history of the Yankees. So I think he's going to do. Yeah, I think he's going to do very well.
And when I asked you about who the most valuable player of the game might be, what did we discover?
Well, you can't in working with cards, you can't say, well, who's going to be the most valuable player, and then, you're going to pick a card with a symbol or a concept on it, or it's not going to say that.
It's not going to say CC Sabathia.
Right. It's not going to give you the name of an actual person, right? So Jane thought perhaps we couldn't do this, and I said, well, no, let's push the envelope a little bit here, and go ahead and pick an archetype and answer to that question. If there were an archetype that most perfectly and appropriately would represent the most valuable player, what archetype would that be? And Jane picked the art card, and the art card harkens back to the February reading when she picked A-Rod as art. And A-Rod has indeed, as I said in February, reinvented and recreated himself, because shortly after that, you'll all recall, of course, the huge scandal about the drugs that he took when he was young and stupid, as he said. So he's definitely gone through a huge reinvention of himself in his life. And when we asked archetypally how A-Rod showed up, I thought it was interesting that he showed up as a very high spiritual card, the Hermit. The Hermit in the Tarot is about being in balance between the material and spiritual world. So he's not just about the material world and the money. He's about understanding that the world appears to be outside of us, but it's not. And he's got to do his inner work on himself in order for him to show up as successful in the world. So for him, there's a level of integrity. In fact, integrity is, that's interesting, Jane. The integrity card, which is what we picked for what the Yankees had to learn, was integrity. Yeah. And integrity is the spirit of the Hermit. So there may be some tie-in with A-Rod and that integrity, learning integrity. All right. But Jane and I both laughed and let out a hoot when she picked the art card, because we immediately went, A-Rod. So we'll see.
We'll see
what happens here.
Well, thank you so much for. Now I can go home and at least feel somewhat positive about.
Yeah, we've got to feel positive. So I had Jane pick one more card, and this is it. And it's the Actor, which is in answer to the question, let's say all those cosmic Yankee lovers on the other side of this world, on the other side of this human experience, all those cosmic Yankee fans in the cosmos, if they were to give a love message as a guide card to all of you, the fans, and to Jane and to all the players and to the whole Yankee family on the planet, what would that guide message, that love message be? And the Actor card showed up, and how I interpret that is, be authentic. If you truly in your heart of hearts want the Yankees to win, then go there and see them winning. Visualize them winning. Visualize that parade in Lower Manhattan. Visualize them holding up the World Series cup. Whatever association you have with the success of the Yankees winning the World Series, go there. Don't be pessimistic and be afraid to hold for the success of the Yankees. Go there. Be willing to take that risk to be totally authentic in how you feel and celebrate them winning before they win.
Good advice.
Here you go.
Thank you so
Jane,
much,
it's been
Patricia.
so much fun. Thank you. And here's to the Yankees
Here's to
winning.
the Yankees.
Celebration tomorrow.
I'll bring the champagne.
Okay.